Cancer, I got that you're receiving some kind of keys, and this is related to the opening of a new chapter in your love life. Now, it could be the keys to a home. Okay, this could be a situation where a relationship is getting taken to the next level, and you're opening up a brand new chapter by moving in with each other. This is possible. Or there's some key that maybe is metaphorical, a key that solves a particular puzzle that's had you confused in matters of the heart for quite a while, that makes your choice very clear. And this also opens up the road to a new story in your love life. I do feel like something only comes through once something is sacrificed, though. There is a message of really realizing what maybe you thought was in harmony with you, in alignment with you, is not in alignment with you after all. And there's something about this awareness coming through that allows you to leave that behind you. And then very quickly after that, there's somebody else who comes into your storyline, and there's a fresh start there. Okay, so it has a vibe that like one door closes and another opens, and it may be a physical door. There may be keys that are linked with this specifically. Okay. Yes. Okay. So there's some secret stuff going on here. You might have sort of caught wind of this. Maybe you felt like you were really aligned with someone that you had some kind of interest in, but you're starting to realize that there's too much hidden in this situation. We got secret coming out here again. Okay. So I do feel like there's something you're uncovering here in relation to a person where you did feel a lot of passion. Whoever this character is, they're very selfish. This is a very selfish person, okay? Maybe you've dealt with issues with this person in the past where they really took a lot from you. I got that, okay? You took the brunt of the pain in this situation. This feels like a very selfish person that sort of just left you running on empty here. There's been a lot of pain, but I also feel like you felt a lot of heat and intensity in this connection, a lot of passion. But there's something that is being revealed to you about this person. Whatever it is, it really stirs things up. It creates volatility in the connection. Maybe you're used to this with this character, like at first things feel like really passionate and it feels like there's a true heart connection here. But then the next thing you know, there's all this drama and chaos stirred up in your life as a result. It could be possible that this person parties too hard, or this person has an issue with alcohol. There's something about this, though. It really creates a lot of chaos in your reality. You fight a lot with this person. Maybe you fight a lot when somebody in this situation, hits the sauce. It's got those vibes, okay? Something's being revealed to you, though. And I think when you discover this secret, you realize how selfish this person is and that they really never did have your best interest at heart. You immediately feel like, I'm not in alignment with this person at all. Ironically, though, I feel like it gives an opportunity for the real deal to come in for you, okay? Because I do feel like even though this may be sort of like a rough landing, I don't know why I got rough landing coming in. Maybe it even feels like that, like the way it lands in your body. It's like it's a rough landing. It brings a certain heaviness with the realization, but I do feel like it does bring you back down to earth, maybe back down to earth with a thud, and this is really necessary, okay? Yes, and I like this, though, with the spaceship, because once you realize this, you recognize you weren't moving in the right direction at all, like your radar was a little off, okay? And this is going to open up the door to a brand new cycle for you. The spaceship is actually a really good card. It means that there's going to be a lot of new people, a lot of new experiences, like a whole new chapter coming in. It may take you places you haven't been, okay? So a move could be part of this scenario. I also feel that initially this may challenge you on the level of your security. Like there might be some nervousness around stepping into a new chapter and leaving behind what may have been kind of like a security blanket in a way. You know, it's got the vibes of like a connection that's like really messy, really dramatic, very problematic, lots of passion there, lots of intensity. But you know, passion only goes so far. Like it can be great in the moment, but then it can burn too hot. It can be very destructive. And yet we can find a certain security in dynamics like that because it feels familiar. It's like, okay, I know what to anticipate here. But there's something about what comes through here that it's like, no, this is like finality. Like I'm really done with this chapter of my life. And now I'm not quite sure where I'm going. I feel like there's a little gap of time here, but I feel like you're getting keys. I don't know why I got that sense, but it's like you're getting keys that are being put in your hand and they open a new door. Interesting. Bottom of the deck energy. Temptation here. Okay. There's some kind of knowledge you have now that's going to have you making different choices. It makes it very clear that you need to move away from this individual. I do feel like this is separating from whoever this selfish person is. And I think you also realize that there's some untrustworthy people around you too, okay, with these sort of snakes in the grass kind of energy. It's changing the whole vibe here. It's a bit of a tower, I have to say. It's an electrifying moment, but it's one of those things that comes through that it's for your own good. Somebody in this situation is going to be on the attack. They're on the warpath here. And you do need to be prepared for this. There's a feminine here that's off, you know, on the attack here. They're coming for somebody, all right? And this is somebody that I think has a lot of anger directed at this particular individual, okay? So I don't know if this is a situation where somebody was like giving you attention or trying to connect with you or talking online with you. This can be a card of like talking online. Maybe you were doing some sexting, you know, secret messaging, and then the partner finds out, because I feel like the anger is not just directed towards you, it's directed toward this individual as well. There's like a tower that's falling in this situation, but it's revealing something to you that you need to know. There's been some kind of temptation in this situation, some kind of clandestine arrangement. Let's see what these cards have to say about it. Yeah, there's some kind of loss here, okay? And I think there may even be like a little feeling of abandonment, okay? That's disappointing. This person is like a player energy with the Jack of Clubs. They could have a strong fire sign placement in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is the kind of person who will, you know, get what they want very selfishly, and then they'll just ghost you. They'll leave you hanging. I feel like this has been a theme maybe in this dynamic, sort of like runner chaser syndrome. This person just kind of comes around and uses you, you know, uses you and then leaves you high and dry. Okay. And I think this is when you're finally letting go in this situation with the Four of Spades. Something about what happens here. It's like, I've had enough. I'm done with that cycle. And for you, this really changes things for you in the future. So as much as it may stir things up and be disruptive, I do feel like it's in your best interest here. So let's see what else we got coming in around this. This is a theme coming in over the next 72 hours, but it can play out over a long period of time. This is a rough karmic cycle, and it's something that just needed to be balanced out. I feel like you're reaching that balancing point with the Two of Diamonds here in the shadow, okay? This is well overdue. This should have been brought to a close a long time ago. But do you see, once this is brought to a close, it gets you moving forward very quickly, okay? It actually won't be that long. I feel like within a couple of months, you'll be on the move. And it may be physically, you'll be on the move. You might be moving to a new place. You might be getting keys to a place. There's something about like your love story changes as a result of this. New characters come onto your path. and it reverses some kind of disappointment you had before. Okay, there's some kind of good news that comes in a couple months after this all goes down that changes things for you, and it has you investing in a new direction. There's really positive news around this, and it's all because you're moving away from this energy. I do think that as certain secrets surface, though, you're going to be pretty pissed off about it. And I don't blame you. It looks like you're raging for order a little bit around this. One more round here, and then I'm going to do a cut of the deck to cap this off. But it looks like, again, it feels like this is something that's well overdue. This is something that should have been brought to a close a long time ago. This person's not going to change. They are who they are. And you've dealt with enough of this action from this individual here, okay? Cut of the deck. Yeah, for you, this is a victory, I have to tell you, with the Six of Clubs. You'll be celebrating down the road. It may not feel like that in the moment. This is not the person you're meant to partner with, not at all, okay? It really would have gone awry. You would have ended up in the same position before. You would have ended up feeling really betrayed, very, very hurt here. You may feel very betrayed and hurt when you find out about this secret. This person's a user, okay? And they may have a side of them too that just likes to take advantage of people, maybe even, takes advantage of them financially. But this is a very selfish person with the King of Clubs coming up in the shadow there, strong fire sign energy. Yeah, just keep this worded, okay? You don't need to let this in. You'll be glad. You'll be glad. You only would have ended up betrayed, but I do feel like a couple months from now, you're getting some keys in your hand. Somebody else is attached to that. I do feel like there's some alignment coming in, and it's when your news story begins. And with somebody new too. And I think you'll like the way this story turns out.